Simply put, the advanced world has lost the ability to grow in a high and inclusive manner. And when that ability is lost, and when people lose confidence in the ability to do so, things start going wrong. Things start to break.
His is a unique global perspective, an economic thought leader for his generation, chief economic advisor at Allianz and the chair of President Obama's Global Development Council. Mohamed El-Erian's keynote address was unsurprisingly one that hundreds wanted to hear.
When you hear about fintech, when you hear about robo-advisors, it's nothing compared to what's coming. We're now living in a world where you can disrupt an industry from another world. The Hilton Corporation needed 100 years to deliver 700,000 rooms to its clients around the world. 100 years, 700,000 rooms. Airbnb needed 6 years to deliver 1 million rooms. And Airbnb never managed a hotel, never built a hotel, actually knew very little about hospitality. But they are disrupting the industry coming from the outside.
We're living through a very fluid time where our world is being disrupted from below and from above. From below is being disrupted by technology, by changing patterns among our clients, and from above is being disrupted by the role of central banks, by the emergence of anti-establishment political movements. So understanding that we're living in this very fluid world that has two very different disruptions and what that means for how you do things is going to be the difference between success and failure.
So an increasingly volatile landscape populated by wannabe disruptors and unpredictable geopolitical conditions. A tricky financial world to navigate and one that has the added complexity of evolving regulation. But could this be where technology and the digitalisation of systems can really help?
What the regulators want now, above all, is information. You know, they are asking for more and more reporting on a regular basis, but they're asking more and more ad hoc queries of information. And actually, that's where technology can help. And it's actually about firms managing data sets, not just to answer questions or to file reports, but then to use those data sets intelligently to give them some business insights.
This all creates a challenging balancing act for firms, trying to please regulators and increasingly tech-savvy customers with transparency, whilst protecting the expertise within their teams.
I don't think we should pretend that the demanding clients are investment experts. I do think they still need us to hold their hand and take them through all of the vagaries and complexities of the financial markets. So I think it's a communication issue, saying we understand the journey you're on, we understand what's important to you, whether that's a return or an income, and these are the things we're trying to do to generate that outcome for you. Not turn them all into traders, not turn them all into investment experts.
Transparency, but at the same time, you need to protect what is your expertise and what is your strategy. Because you don't want to show all your cards, if you like, do you?
There's an element of that which is actually very worrying and I think will become an issue for the industry, where you've got, for example, replicators that are copying active strategies and trying to build funds that do almost the same as a expensively constructed, actively managed strategy. We need to possibly delay the information going out as to our actual positions in order to prevent against that, because that is theft of our intellectual capital, in my view.
And then there's big data, perhaps the most influential game changer of all.
The amount of data that's available to you has exploded, and alongside that, the range of models and techniques that you need to adopt to actually make sense of that data, that's also matured as well, and that's because of breakthroughs that have happened in a whole range of academic disciplines, from statistics and mathematics and engineering and computer science. My job is to pull all those different techniques together from all those different spaces and try and make sense of this ever-expanding source of data.
From big data to regulation, disruption to evolution, today's comprehensive coverage addressed the key questions being asked, whilst offering unique access to the opinions of the industry's very biggest names. Another content-rich agenda for the delegates on this day 2 of FundForum International 2016.